Delighted to say we've got Michelle Ellman, it's someone to help me talk about this. Yeah, Michelle, hello.
Hi, Lucy.
Hello. Now, you're body confidence coach at Mindset for Life. That's right.
At Mindset for Life Ltd. Yes.
Wonderful. So how did you come to set that up and what does it do?
Well, my personal story is I've gone through 15 surgeries myself. So I have scars from my surgeries all over my abdomen. And so I launched a campaign called Scarred Not Scared and started talking about these body confidence issues. And I'm trained as a life coach. So it was almost natural to merge the two.
And what kind of struggles do you think people are having at the moment? What things are making people more anxious about what they look like?
I think it's the problem with social media and all these things, and also porn is making insecurities so much worse because now people are having insecurities about body hair and about their size and their performance and all of that. And I actually think all of these body confidence issues are really intrinsically linked to the gender stereotypes.
Oh, what do you mean by that? Say a little bit more about that.
From the male perspective, the amount of sex you have, the ability to perform is all really correlated to your masculinity. So there's a lot of shame attached to not being able to perform in the bedroom or not having a decent enough size or anything like that. And from the female perspective, there's always a higher priority on the male pleasure. And so there's still a stigma against talking about sex in general, which I think perpetuates the problem because people feel alone in their insecurity.
And you talked about surgery that you had and how that had made you self-conscious. Do you think that there are ways in which we could be kinder to ourselves when we've gone through? I'm thinking, for example, about women that I've worked with who have had kids. They've either got, haven't we all? I was going to say droopy boobs, but literally, haven't we all got droopy boobs? Or they might have stretch marks. They might actually even have scars from C-section. In particular, that there can be huge pressures on women to sort of feel I've got to get my pre-baby figure back. We see all these celebrities getting their bodies back after having had babies, and the pressure just seems to be so intense.
Definitely. And it really doesn't help with things like Photoshop, which are just enhancing that pressure.
And do you think that Photoshop, not just in magazines, but the way in which we can Photoshop our own images, and therefore the images we see of our friends, we think, they look so fabulous, they must be having great sex.
But also that we're actually forced to see our own appearance a lot more. I mean, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you weren't taking selfies every day, and you would only see yourself if you were looking in the mirror. And you could avoid that by not having mirrors quite easily. But now you're having cameras thrust in your face every day and you're very aware of what you look like. And personally, everyone is already most self-conscious of their own appearance. So it's just enhancing that problem.
What tips do you have for anyone who is so crippled by a lack of body confidence that their sex life has diminished?
Well, I think the main thing is that body confidence isn't correlated to your body. There are fat people with high levels of confidence and there are skinny people with low levels of confidence. So it's not about changing your body, but it's about changing the perception of your body. And the biggest tip that I give out is for you to love your body, you have to know your body. And so I recommend people spend more time naked and looking at themselves in the mirror. So even just brushing your teeth naked in order to get to know yourself, because how are you meant to love your body with someone else in the room if you can't even do it alone?
How amazing. There is that idea that you have to love yourself first.
Yes, definitely. But I think brushing your teeth naked it's such a bite-sized thing to introduce into your routine, and it's only 2 minutes, and you're brushing your teeth, so it's distracting you from the negative self-talk. So it's just the perfect time to sort of introduce it into your routine, start to know what you look like naked, and then the next step is to add positive self-talk and look in the mirror and try to find good things about your body.
Yes, you almost have to rewrite that script, don't you? You have to be able to adore yourself and tell yourself how beautiful you are.
Definitely. And if you're introducing positive things into your self-talk, almost naturally, the negative words and the negative comments are going to naturally ease themselves out.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Michelle. That is Michelle Ellman there. Brilliant body confidence coach at Mindset for Life Ltd.